Welcome to my first island tour. This is my forever normcore island. This is the first island tour I've done since having Animal Crossing. It's been 4 or 5 years since playing the game, and I have yet to complete an island that I really liked, and this is the first island I feel I'm really proud of. So I'm really excited to show you this first island tour because I like to do more island tours throughout the seasons. Because this is my forever island, I use this island to play Animal Crossing. My goal is to 100% the game, and I'm still far from completing my Nook Miles, but I feel generally the decoration and the different parts of my island I feel are for the most part complete. There's definitely some areas that are still incomplete or under construction or could be redesigned. So as I continue to play the game and get more items and get more ideas, I feel this island may or may not change over time, maybe not super drastically, but I feel there could be some areas of the island that could be rebuilt, and I'll show you those places shortly. But let's get started with the tour. First, let me show you the map and who's on the island so far. So as you can see, it's a very normcore designed island. We have in-game pathing, which I feel is essential in a normcore island. When I first started this island last year, I didn't really want to terraform, but over time, as I started playing and getting to know different parts of the island, there were just some areas of the island that just didn't work. So eventually I did start terraforming, and I'll show you guys the different parts later. But as far as my island residents, we have Meringue here as well as Filbert. These two were kind of my first island residents. And then we have Claudia. I call her my Lisa Frank tiger on the island because of her hot pink color. Lobo, who is one of my favorite wolves in Animal Crossing, and of course Kiki, a beloved villager, the nod to Kiki's delivery service. And then we have Tank, who is the newest resident on the island. My last villager hunt, I was looking for a jock villager, and Tank thankfully autofilled, and so I'm super happy to have him on the island. Then we have Tabby, my snooty villager, and Olaf, Canberra, and Sasha, who I amiiboed in when I first started playing the game. So those are my residents on the island. And as you can see here, I have a yellow airport. I have yet to do a custom design for my flag, but I think that is just one of the tasks I have yet to do and to complete in the future. And this is the entrance to my island. It's pretty humble, pretty simple, pretty basic. Even though we get straight into the neighborhood on the island, I still wanted to decorate it and kind of layer the bushes and the fences and still kind of have a more as detailed of an entrance as I could before we get into the neighborhood here. And when I started designing the island, I definitely wanted to do a neighborhood style rather than spread out my villagers throughout the island. I really love how villagers interact, and because there's not that many villagers you could have on your island, I feel the island can feel empty at times. So I felt if I did a neighborhood, there would be more action where they lived. So I decided to create 2 separate neighborhoods on the island. So this first neighborhood here, we get straight into it. We have Tank's home over here. And then we have Kiki, who is kind of looking for bugs, I assume. And we have Olaf right over here. And so they're at the very front of the island, beachfront properties. As we continue forward, we have Lobo, who lives here, and we have Canberra. As far as the neighborhood, there's not that much room between the different houses. I definitely wanted enough space so when you went to the next house behind, you could see the front of their house, and there's nothing kind of obscuring the view of the homes either. So I just wanted to create just enough space so you could see the homes. And they don't really have much of back or front yards. There's just some like small front gardens or back property over here with some items. And along the side of the houses, I've added vending machines and other random items here to give that cluttered, lived-in look. And as we progress further into the neighborhood, we have our shops, Able Sisters, and Nook's Cranny. I wanted kind of a small town feel within the neighborhood, so they're close together and conveniently close as well. And behind Nook's Cranny, we have this little eating area. I've noticed in Asia, specifically Japan and Korea, they have little eating areas outside, so I thought I would kind of recreate that behind Nook's Cranny here. And in front of Nook's Cranny, there's just like a simple seating area and Timmy and Tommy's tricycle parked in front there. As far as Able Sisters, not much going on. We just have the open sign in front and just a couple of cardboard boxes and a shopping basket here. What's going on, Meringue? Are you okay? That is so odd. Okay. And to the, I guess, left of Able Sisters, we have this kid park here. This is quite a narrow space, but I thought with these items, it kind of fit the area pretty well. And behind Able Sisters, we have Meringue's house, and we just have a little side yard here. And if we just walk down along the far left side of the beaches are decorated pretty simply. There's some great beach items in the game, and so whenever I would obtain a beach item, I would just place them accordingly. Again, this is an island I play off on daily, so having access to fishing was really important to me, so it's not super cluttered. And I am definitely one of those decorators who like realistic builds on the beach and definitely lean towards outdoor items decorated outside. You won't find really any builds that you would see indoors, outdoors. So I kind of wanted to keep the immersion as much as possible and keep and just create more realistic outdoor builds. All right, and next, let's go further back towards the island. If we continue down this path, we have a nod to Spirited Away, a Studio Ghibli film. This is the car that stops in front of the stone statue before Chihiro enters the spirit world. So this is kind of this little build here. And this bus station area is a nod to My Neighbor Totoro, where the sisters kind of wait in the rain for the bus. So this is kind of the Studio Ghibli references towards the back of the island. If we go towards the far back left of the island, we have a nod to Kiki's delivery service and her home at the beginning of the film. And so I kind of wanted to create the flower meadow and her home on the island. And this is kind of one of my favorite builds. Doing this build, I realized how much I love meadow styled builds, so it was kind of fun creating this eclectic flower field. Super colorful, super cozy. I really like this Arfoid as my little pet in front of the doghouse. And if we go towards the far back of my home behind, we just have a little simple brick well with a little coin here. And then if we go up here, this will lead you to a little bamboo forest. And I really didn't know what to build in this area, but I knew I loved this bamboo doll item here. When I first played the game and saw this item, I thought it was super random, super weird, until I watched The Tale of Princess Kaguya from Studio Ghibli as well. And watching that film made me understand what this item was. And so to nod to this item, I found different items that reflect the folklore of Princess Kaguya. So if you know, you know, but definitely one of my favorite items in the game. I think it's so cute and fun and random. But yeah, so that is my little bamboo forest here. And one of the other things I really tried to incorporate the more I played Animal Crossing every day on the island, I realized the ideal paths and the pathways on the island. So optimizing getting around the island quickly was definitely something important while playing. So I tried to make the pathways and accessibility throughout the island easy. So let's go back down this first neighborhood area and to the front here. So in between the first neighborhood and the second neighborhood, I have this little central park area, and I feel this is one of the areas I can redesign in the future. It's pretty much a park and it's pretty simple. We have the fountain item here, some garden benches, we have an area to play Go, and then just more park items. And there's a balloon, and I will pop it because, you know, I have to if I can get to it. The grind never stops, everyone. Okay. And we got a throwback Gothic mirror, another one. Okay. Anyway, so this is one of the areas I feel I can redesign. I've been thinking of a movie in the park situation, or maybe just anything else. I feel this area can be definitely redesigned or repurposed in the future. In front of Central Park, we have, again, this is probably my most populated or decorated area of the beach. We have like a little picnic area, the flamingos. I really enjoyed incorporating this volleyball match using the different statues. I thought using this statue was pretty funny, and this statue as he's serving the ball onto the other side was really fun. And we of course have the gyroids cheering the match on, so I thought that was really cute. And again, as I procured more beach items, they just find themselves on the beach, so it's pretty straightforward. And so as we walk along towards the right side of the island, we have the second neighborhood section. We have Tabby in front here and Claudia. And then we have Filbert and Sasha over here, who is doing his steps. which is great. And then in front of resident services, so in front of the neighborhood, second neighborhood, we have resident services here. And so as we come along from Nook's Cranny, we have a bunch of vending machines, the ATM or ABM machine. We have a little ramen area here. I used to have a truck behind it to be like a food truck stall, but it was kind of blocking this back area behind resident services here. It was just a little tough to go in and out, so I might relocate the ramen food stall somewhere else on the island, possibly. I could possibly move it here. This is another area that's kind of, until I have a better idea, it's just a rainbow flower field behind resident services. Again, another area I can change up or repurpose in the future if I get more ideas. Alright, and so if we move further right on the island, we will get to the museum. And it's a very normcore museum. No grand, entrance or anything, but I thought the museum sign and the little astronaut there were nice items to decorate the museum. And of course I had to have one of the fossils, completed fossils in front to indicate we're at the museum as well. This is too funny. Oh my gosh, it disappears. I've had the Triceratops, the T-Rex. The mammoth is one of my favorites because it just uses 2 fossils, and the bird fossil, the quetzalcoatl. Those are kind of my favorite fossil displays in front of the museum. And if we go further right here, this is kind of my flower breeding ground. I'm currently trying to breed blue roses, which has taken me forever. I've tried multiple times using different methods. I think I'm using the asteration method. I forget what method it's called, but I'm trying again. This is the last flower colorway I have yet to achieve, along with gold roses, but gold roses seems more straightforward to breed. But once I get my blue rose, I can repurpose the space for something else. Currently I use this space also for my money trees, so whenever I find a money tree, I plant it here. And as you can see, I have used the far right side of the beach as my flower storage area. I cannot wait for the 3.0 update, and we can then store our flowers and trees in storage, so that's exciting. So behind the museum, I have my really large flower field. After seeing the famous flower field back in 2020, or back 5 years ago, I thought it was super cool and I wanted to try to recreate it on my island. And yeah, so I've bred all of these flowers myself, cloned them. If I didn't clarify this at the beginning, but this is a no time travel, no treasure island island. So all of it is I've procured the items myself. It's been a long time coming. And I would like to incorporate items that have similar colorways I could incorporate in the flower field as well. So if I get purple items, I might place it in the purple section, etc. But I think this area can also be further decorated or further worked on as well, just to keep it interesting. And if we go to the far back, this is the secret beach where Red comes and where I can buy artwork. So This is where the original cliffs used to be, and I just did not like how inaccessible the secret beach was, so it was eventually all torn down so I can have an easier access to Red and the secret beach. As far as my peninsula, don't have any ideas. Another area I still need to decorate, and yeah, it's pretty simple at the moment. Nothing too crazy over there. Alright, so if we continue onto the path this way to the left of the flower field, and this is also an area right of the resident services, we have this transitional area, and I'm really liking decorating transitional areas and not having to fill them with any specific builds. I've always admired the simplicity of the Animal Crossing islands you would see in the beginning of when you start the game, and it's definitely much more simple in that opening sequence than, you know, what you kind of see here, but I would like to try to recreate that vibe and feel in the transitional areas. So definitely one of my favorite spaces that's not a build. Everyone's going crazy for these heart ponds recently, or maybe not recently, always. So you know what? I can terraform, I can make my own heart pond, so there we go. And so if we go more towards the center of the island, we have another transitional space here. I love the Spino display, the Spino dinosaur. I'm waiting to get the tail fossil of the Spino dinosaur. He's probably my favorite dinosaur fossil display, so I'd love to incorporate him somewhere. And towards the center of the island here, we have my farm. And I don't think I can get this balloon, or it'll just disappear into my farm. But we have my farm here in the center of the island. We have some of the wheat field to start it, and then the big farm here. And this is primarily one of my money-making activities. I do not partake in the stock market. It's way too high maintenance for me to check in for bells and find storage for the turnips. So I primarily rely on the farm, fishing, and the fruits to make money on the island. And we have a very modest orchard. I just needed one of each. I'm kind of sad because I sold my last peach fruit, and I don't have peaches anymore, so maybe one day I can get a peach from someone. So if we go further up into the second tier, we get to the graveyard, and this was primarily the last build on the island. I was waiting for the Western Stone DIY, and I eventually got it from Meringue. She covered me, and I was so excited when I got it. So I've always had a graveyard in my previous islands, and this area is definitely smaller than what I've built in the past, but still very cool. I wanted to create kind of a run-down graveyard, so lots of weeds, lots of the moss variants of the tombstones, and we have a nod to the well and the ring film here, so I thought that was kind of fun. And this kind of connects to the bamboo forest you saw earlier in the video. So The bamboo forest connects to the graveyard here. And here we have another transitional area. Again, one of my favorite areas on the island. There's no specific builds or anything. It's just trees, flowers, and fencing. And again, I wanted to recreate the Animal Crossing vibe. Definitely more busier than what they show in their trailers of the game, but yes, this was my attempt at it. And so this is one of the entrances to the campsite. If we go up this incline here, we have a little fishing spot across the river, and then we just have a stepping stone onto the other side of the third tier of the campsite. So we have the campground here, a little seating area to cook the food. And then if we go down this incline, we have, it's kind of a two-tier campsite. We have another eating area here. So I thought that was kind of cool to do a kind of two-level campsite. And we have a DIY crafting table. I have like 3 of these on my island. We have one on the far right of the island. We have one near my home and one in Central Park. So there's always a DIY station that I can run to if I've broken a tool or if I need something to craft or customize. And so if we go further down here, we're back into the transitional area where the rainbow flower field is, and towards going to the museum. So that is my island, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this tour. I really love playing the game on this island. It's definitely a comfy, cozy island. I just enjoy logging into and just running around in and watching my villagers interact with everything, even when I'm not playing the game or not decorating. There are just moments where I'm not decorating and I just enjoy walking around and enjoying the vibes of the island. So definitely some areas that can be switched up and changed and completed, but for the most part I really enjoy all aspects of the island. This area specifically is one of my favorites, so I don't know when I will upload a dream address, but I'm hoping my final island tour will be in the summer. I think that is my ideal season that I would like to finish the island in and create a dream address from. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tour. Let me know how you guys are doing with your islands. What is your favorite theme to decorate your island with? I really enjoy a lot of the items in the game. I love the simplicity of a normcore island. It's definitely one of my favorites, and this is definitely leans towards a maximalist style normcore island, but definitely love the color, the lived-in vibe of the island. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.